Hello everyone. Today we will start the second chapter of political science, that is federalism. So what is federalism? Federalism is a form of government where the powers are divided between the two levels of the government by the constitution. And in this type of government, all the powers provided by the constitution, and it arranges the different tiers of the government. And we have some examples of federal form of government that are India, USA, Canada and Australia. The simple definition of the federalism is the division of power between the state and central government. Next we have some features of the federal form of government. As you know, India have the democratic government, and in democracy we need the federalism. That is very essential for the betterment of the democracy. So in a federal form of government there are two levels of the government, or you can say more than two levels. First one is central, state and local government. So we can give the example of India. In India we have three levels of the government. First one is central government, then state government and then local government. Same as you read about the Belgium. In Belgium there were also three levels of the government: state, central, state and community based government, right? Each level has its own power और jurisdiction. जो भी levels हैं उनके अपनी different powers और jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means the area of authority है, different powers हैं उनके पास, and jurisdiction is specified by the constitution. जो jurisdiction जो authority area provide किया है, that is provided by the constitution, and constitution is provide the guarantee of that authority to the constitutional bodies. जो हमारी सेंट्रल, स्टेट एंड लोकल गवर्नमेंट है उनको जो भी अथॉरिटीज़ प्रोवाइड की हैं दैट आर provided by the constitution, and constitution will take care about the powers. Next, constitutional provisions can be changed only with the consent of both levels of government. If there is any change in the constitutional provision, constitution ने जो भी हमें provisions, जो भी law या other things provide की हैं, अगर उसमें कोई भी change करना है then we need the both levels of the government, state and central government. Right. Next one is court interprets the constitution and powers of different levels of government. Supreme Court is the umpire of disputes arise with different levels of a government. Court constitution को interpret करता है, and if there is any problem between the two levels or three levels of the government, then Supreme Court will give the jurisdiction, will give the verdict or solve the conflict between the two levels of the government. या जो भी disparities या disputes create हुए हैं between the two levels of the government or between the three levels of the government, that are solved by the Supreme Court. Next, source of revenue are clearly specified. The constitution clear the source of revenue, मीन्स एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड रेवेन्यू कौन कलेक्ट करेगा, और आपका जो फाइनेंसली जो फाइनेंस से रिलेटेड जो भी लॉज हैं वो कौन बनाएगा, या सेंटर को कहाँ से टैक्स कलेक्ट करना है, स्टेट को कहाँ से टैक्स कलेक्ट करना है, लोकल गवर्नमेंट कहाँ से टैक्स कलेक्ट करेगी. These all are specified by the constitution. So these are some important features of the federal form of a government. Next one, type of federation, means in all over the world we have two types of the federation of related to the country. There are two kinds of routes through which federation have been formed. First one is coming together federation and second one is holding together federation. Coming together means जितने भी फेडरेशन, जितने भी डिफरेंट स्टेट्स हैं और डिफरेंट स्मॉल कंट्रीज़ हैं वो आपस में क्या करेंगी, कमिंग टुगेदर, एक दूसरे के पास आएंगी और फेडरेशन फॉर्म करेंगी, राइट. एंड होल्डिंग टुगेदर इन दिस the central power have the central government have the more powers and it hold the other states under it. So coming together federation, it involves independent states coming together on their own to form a bigger unit, so that by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity they can increase their security. Means in this type of federation the different states come together and they give the more powers to the one federation, so that they can these all states make the federation and these all states celebrate enjoy their own sovereignty and retaining identity. इनकी अपनी खुद की पहचान होगी और खुद की इंडिपेंडेंस होगी, सोवरेनिटी होगी. दे कैन टेक द डिसीजंस रिलेटेड टू देयर इंटरनल एंड एक्सटर्नल पर्पजेज. एंड in the coming together federation we have some examples. First one is USA, Switzerland and Australia. Now holding together federation, in this type of federation the central government have the more powers. For example, India is a large country and in this type of country the central power should have the more powers, so that it control the other states. So it is where a large country decides to divide its power between the constituent states and the national government. In this type of federation, one authority can hold the powers and control the other states. And the example of this type of government is India, Spain and Belgium. Now we have the points related to the difference between coming together and holding together. Coming together and holding together. First one, independent states coming together on their own to form bigger unit. इसमें क्या होता है, जो भी इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट्स हैं वो खुद आती हैं एक दूसरे के पास और अपने एक बिग यूनिट बनाती हैं, सो दैट दे कैन लिव मोर सेफर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द USA, there were 13 states when it was not independent. After independence, these 13 states come together and form the coming together federation, so that कि फिर से कोई दूसरी कंट्री आकर इनके ऊपर कंट्रोल ना कर सके. And here large country decides to divide power between constitutional units and center. Large country, for example India, here the constitution divide the powers between the authorities or between the other units. Next one, increase security by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity. In this सिक्योरिटी बढ़ जाती है, सॉवरेनिटी इंक्रीज होती है और आइडेंटिटी बनी रहती है इंडिपेंडेंट स्टेट्स की. बट हेयर सेंटर इज मोर पावरफुल देन द स्टेट्स. हेयर स्टेट्स एंड सेंटर बोथ हैव द सेम पावर्स, बट हेयर सेंटर इज मोर पावरफुल एज कंपेयर टू द स्टेट्स. नेक्स्ट, ऑल कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट स्टेट्स हैव इक्वल पावर्स. जितने भी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट स्टेट्स हैं उन सब के पास इक्वल पावर्स होती हैं, बट कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट यूनिट ऑफ फेडरेशन हैव अनइक्वल पावर्स. बट इन दिस टाइप ऑफ फेडरेशन द पावर्स आर अनइक्वली डिवाइडेड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इन इंडिया स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की कंपेयर में सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट को मोर पावर्स मिली हैं. And the examples of coming together is USA, Switzerland and Australia, and here India, Spain and Belgium. Next, what makes India a federal country? So student, what make India a federal country? We have the three lists. These three lists are adopted by India from Australia, right? So we have the three lists. First one is union list, state list, concurrent list. So these three lists make India a federal government, and one we have other points also related to the federation. So union list, in this list the subjects are related to the nation. You can say union list or central list. Here the subjects means the laws are basically related to the whole country. Union alone can make laws. In union list, the laws that are related to the whole country only make by the union central government, and the topics that consist in the union list are defense, banking, currency, foreign affairs and communication. These are the laws or subjects that are controlled by the union list. Now here state list. In state list means the state government. State government make the laws, or you can say some important laws that are controlled by the state government. State government alone can make laws. Here also the laws that are related to the state, that controlled by the state government, and make the laws related to the state, that government only, state government only. And the topics are police, trade, commerce, agriculture and irrigation. I explain here state list. State list means the subjects that are related to the local government, or you can say state government, and the laws made by the state government only. And the topics that included in the state list are police, trade, commerce, agriculture and irrigation. Now here the concurrent list has subject of common interest both of center and state. So here the subjects, you can say the laws that are the common interest, means in this list some topics are given, but that topics are the interest of both government, central and state government. Or you can say the laws related to the concurrent list are made by the both government, central and state government. Now the subjects related to the concurrent list are education, forest, trade union, marriage, adoption, जो हम अडोप्ट करते हैं चाइल्ड, एंड सक्सेशन. इन सब से रिलेटेड जो भी लॉज हैं दैट आर मेड बाय द बोथ गवर्नमेंट, सेंट्रल एंड स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. नेक्स्ट वन इज we have some more points related to the federation. What has made India a federal country? So as you know, India is a country of different states. It is a union of different states. Three tiers: federalism, union, state and panchayat. In a country that follow the federal form of government, there we found the different tiers of the government: central, state and local government. In local government we have the panchayat. Threefold distribution of legislative powers under union list, state list and concurrent list. जो पावर्स हमको डिवाइड किया है थ्री फोल्ड में, जो लेजिस्लेटिव पावर्स हैं दैट आर गिवन टू द all three list, and that three list are controlled by the three levels of the government, or two levels of the government: union list, state list and concurrent list. union list central government के अंदर, state list state government के अंदर, and concurrent list both these states and central government control the concurrent list. All states in the Indian Union do not have identical power. Example, union territories. In India, the states have not their own powers. Means states all states in India, Indian Union do not have their own identical powers. Like America, in India the states are not having their own independence and own powers like America. For example, union territories are not having their own government. These are directly controlled by the central government. There is the lieutenant governor and that is ruled on the basis of a central government. Changes in power sharing has to be passed by 2/3 majority in the parliament. If there is any change in constitution or any law, then the bill passed by the both houses in parliament by the 2/3 majority. जो भी कानून बनाना है या कोई चेंज करना है, that is done by the both houses in parliament, and the condition is 2/3 majority. 2/3 majority ministers present होने चाहिए वहाँ. Next, in case of any dispute regarding division of power, the apex court will take decision. If there is any dispute or disparities regarding the power division, so at that time the decision will be taken by the court, Supreme Court. Or you can say, if there is any dispute between the two states, two government, or between the people and the government, the final decision or the dispute will be resolved by the Supreme Court. Now here we have one more point related to the power sharing, and there were 3 lists: union, state and concurrent list. Now after that we have one more power, that is a residuary powers. Residuary powers. In this, subjects which do not fall under these 3 lists, जो अभी हमने रीड की थी 3 लिस्ट, जो सब्जेक्ट्स उनमें गिवन नहीं है, that subjects are controlled by whom? So these subjects are controlled by the union government alone, and there is no role of state and local government. For example, computer software. So these sources came later when there was no option of this type of powers. So I hope student you understand the topic. Tomorrow we will do the next part of this topic. Thank you. Have a nice day.